So you want bigger legs. Big old juicy quads. Well, today you're gonna learn how to get them. Because today I will be running you through my quad day. We're gonna be hitting squats. We're gonna be hitting hack squats. We're gonna be hitting little hamstring even. Just so I can teach you how to get some big old juicy hams. As you all probably already know, we ran Tom Platz's leg day, which I think went pretty gosh darn good. I feel like it was a pretty big challenge, obviously. It was pretty freaking hard. But we got that shit done, and it's in the books. The only issue I really have with Tom Platz's leg day was just the unbelievable amounts of volume that we had to go through for that leg day. It was so much volume to the point where you're just like, oh God, am I even building any muscle, or am I just fatiguing my body by just doing all of this? One thing you'll notice about my leg day is just the fact that I don't hit so much volume in it. I mean, yeah, we're gonna be hitting a lot of quad volume, but sets wise, I'm just gonna do the same as what I do with everything else. 2 sets of hard, just good reps. Usually I kind of try to keep, and I think I've talked about this maybe before, I could be forgetting, but I try to keep my set or my rep range in between 6 to 8. Sometimes I go a little higher, like the 12 range. Usually that's when it's like something I think kind of needs it. Like leg extensions, we might do some higher reps for, just because in my personal opinion, with leg extensions, you kind of can get away with just going absolutely sadistic on it. But yeah, we're gonna get in there. We're gonna squat heavy to start. I think we'll get to that 405 warm up, and then we'll go from there. I think that's the best way you can do it, is just feel it out. So nothing is promised, but we're gonna give it our all either way, because that's all you can do, is just get in there and give it your best shot. I'll chat with you guys before we get into the leg day, but for now, I'm just gonna make my way on over to the gym. Then we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna teach you how to get big old juicy tree trunks. Step 1 to growing big juicy quads is squatting. Who would have thought? The movement that has been preached since day one by Tom Platz and some of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, Kevin Levrone, Arnold, and so many more. We're gonna start with squats because it's just a good heavy movement to start on. You gotta get all the many parts of your quads activated by starting it off with something that hits everything. Something that's good, something that's heavy. So we're gonna warm up, and then we're gonna get under this bar and push some heavy. Goddamn weight, let's go.
Okay, are you prepared to do this? Are you gonna do this? Yes or no? And if it's yes, go for it. You know, if it's too much, be honest. Just don't fucking do it, you know?
You'll be less than, you'll be a fucking loser if you don't. I can't leave the gym. You won. You fucking won. When you walk out of here today, you've won. Imagine walking out the door a loser. I'd rather die. I would rather die than be that loser guy.
It doesn't take a fucking scientist to fucking logically understand what I'm saying. The more you put in, the more you get out. So stop fucking making excuses.
All right, we're back. After those warm-ups, I think I'm feeling like a 425. Something like, nothing too crazy, but just something I can hit for a couple reps. Because at the end of the day, 1 reps are temporary, but hard work is forever. So I'll probably hit this for like as many as I can, but it'll most likely be like 3, 4, hopefully maybe 5. But we will see. I'll just have to get under it and feel it out. But yeah, we're gonna get into it, and then I'll follow up with the accessory stuff. I think we might do this for a couple sets, so maybe I'll throw that in there too. And maybe we're gonna do back down too. You know what? Let's just get into it, and let's just go with the flow. Wherever the wind takes us. Come on.
Each one a step on my long and winding path to becoming a true monster. I'm not backing down.
One man is the same as 10,000. The way of the warrior does not include other ways. When you sacrifice your life, you must make fullest use of your weaponry. It is false not to do so, and to die with a weapon yet undrawn. The way of the warrior is resolute acceptance of death.
Not convinced. Ha! Perhaps he did allow me to kill the Nemean lion, but he made your name known amongst the people. A fierce warrior, a killer made a hero, a man made a god.
Eyes literally scream for mercy, yet you blaze onward, resolved to create thick striding in massiveness, driven by the white-hot desire to stand alone as the world's most massively developed human. Squeeze it! Squeeze it! Resist.
Alright. That's that. Squats are feeling really chopped today. So we're gonna be done there with the heavy sets. And I'm just gonna hit my back downs. But I think I might hop on program pretty soon here to get that 500, because that 500, I'm hunting it and I want it bad. I've tried it from time and time again, and I've come to no avail to hitting it. So I think it's time I start programming and just really start looking into my lifting, or like my training from squats, which I'll probably talk more about once we get there. But for now, let's hit our back downs. Let's go get some juicy quad pumping in the accessory area.
No, no more. That's it. I don't care. Meaningless, huh? What do you know of meaningless?
Stronger. I have to get stronger. If I don't increase my abilities, then I'll never be as powerful as my dad.
All right, folks. Today, this will be the top set. This is like 7 plates. I don't know what that equals to, but I'm gonna have a little help. Meet my friend Peter. Peter's gonna make sure that I go to absolute failure and push myself beyond my limits, because I've been a little weak today. And we don't accept weakness. We only accept strength. So let's do this, Peter.
I must be crazy. I'm really gonna die. It's time.
Fear is the line that divides weakness from strength. Unless you cross that line, you'll never become a true grappler.
I'm gonna do it. I have to cross the line.
When faced with death, it is said that a grappler's entire life flashes before his eyes. Unless you attain it, you'll never be a true grappler. Baki, can you cross that line?
I have to cross the line.
A perfect human body, one that has been pushed well beyond the limits. With with the reactions and strength of a champion boxer, the speed of a world-class sprinter, plasticity of a gymnast, and the stamina of a marathon runner.
Your move, your chance at the best is right in front of you. Your unshaken mercy for others is a sign of weakness.
Because you have a negative mentality, you're weak-minded, and you're never gonna accomplish your goals. Because I'm telling you right now what you need to do, and you're telling me you can't do it. I can't. You can't? Are you fucking kidding me? You just said I can't? Like, I wanna fucking bitch slap that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't have time for people that are weak and they say I can't. No, you can't. You will. When I say you need to eat more, it's great when someone says, okay, I eat 5 meals a day. Richard, what do you suggest? Okay, buddy, I suggest, why don't you bump it up to 6, keep it there for 2 or 3 weeks, and then bump it up to 7, keep it there for 2 or 3 weeks, and then bump it up to 8. Keep eating 8 meals a day. Look at yourself in the mirror, keep track of your progress. How many hours a day do you work out? An hour? Okay, why don't you try working out 2 fucking hours a day? So you're gonna eat 8 meals, you're gonna work out 2 hours a day, you're gonna monitor your progress in the mirror, and then you're gonna see what happens. And the guy says, okay, Rich, I'm gonna do that. That is what I wanna fucking hear. I wanna hear positive. I wanna hear someone that is willing to do whatever it takes. When I give them advice, they're gonna take that shit and they're gonna run with it. That's the one that's gonna be a champion. That's the one that's gonna fulfill their dreams, fulfill their goals. It's the person that's willing to do whatever it takes.
Fuck people. One thing you have to learn early in life. I didn't learn this till later on. I don't give a motherfucker. You can't care what anybody thinks about you. If I cared what people thought about me, you think I'd be yelling out here, doing a 105-pound ruck, talking shit? This is who I am. Find out who you are, whoever that may be. I don't give a fuck what you are. Find out who you are and own that motherfucker, or tell people to go fuck themselves.
I had to stop giving a fuck about people. That was the biggest thing. I had to stop caring what people thought about me. I realized that everybody's fucked up. That's the one thing I realized. I walked around and I put these people on a fucking pedestal. Everybody was better than me. So I can't tell you anything about me because you're gonna judge me and I'm gonna feel even worse than what I am. What I realized, once I calmed my mind down and sat back and looked at how jacked up this world is, once you realize that you are not alone, everybody that's talking to you about how jacked up you are, only thing they've done better than you is they've hidden their fucked up world better than you have.
That was leg day. You wanted to see how to get some big old juicy quads? Well, that right there is how. Today's leg day kind of just consisted of a lot of quad movement. I think in the future, next leg day I hit, I'll show you guys more so hamstring and just kind of what I do with that. It was kind of a lighter volume day. Obviously not that hack squat. Oh my God. Shout out to Peter because that hack squat set was unbelievable. that set killed me. Like, genuinely. I was planning on doing leg press afterwards, just because I was like, usually I'm like, okay, like I feel like I need a little bit extra, but that set finished me off on my quads. I was done. So yeah, I think in the future I'll kind of get more movement so I can hit more of my legs, because I know there's like 3 different parts of your quads that you're supposed to kind of focus on. Like when your legs are in like that position, it hits the outer part, and then when you like extend, it hits that teardrop part, and you get those parts in like a leg press. But you don't hit this one part of your quad that is higher up as well. I mean, like obviously you still hit it a little, but like when you leg press, there's a certain part of the quad that gets worked very, very well on it. So I think next leg day, which hopefully will be the 500. We'll see how that goes. I think I'm gonna program my squatting, and then hopefully by the next leg day recording that I am on, I'll be at that 500 comfortably. But yeah, so back to what I was saying is next leg day, I'm gonna plan on doing some more movements. I think once I hit 500, I'll start kind of pursuing other strength goals or compound goals. I think just to end this portion off, that set that I did on that hack squat, man, like that shows you how hard, and that shows me how hard I can go in the gym. It shows me that I can give it an extra 5 or 10%, and I can go over 100%. And I think sometimes you just got to know that you can do that. You might need help. You might need a gym bro there spotting you, giving you those extra few reps. You can do it, and I know you can. So you got to know you can. Alrighty, folks. On that note, this has been Reginald Bra's leg day, kinda. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Bye.